Hello, welcome back to Altcoin Buzz Trading. My name is Randy. Today we're going to talk about cryptocurrency market and how it appears to be stalling for the moment. A lot of our chart patterns have kind of not worked. They've worn away. And after, I hope that you've been following us, and I hope that you've seen us come from kind of a low level up dramatically into where we are today, which is kind of a choppy consolidation type of level. Now, this is still a bull market. I don't want to forget that, but we did just have some bad news. We had crypto being sued by the SEC again. Kraken, CZ, Binance, all in the mix. And maybe that's the FUD that's causing us to pause. Maybe it's something else. But if we go back into the charts, which really tells us the truth about how everyone really feels about the situations, Bitcoin has been choppy lately. We had a big move up and a big down move, almost the entire range that was brought up. We came back down. Now we're moving back up in a somewhat lower volume situation. If you look at my 2-hour volume aggregation tool, I think this really tells the story. The buyers were doing okay, came in, then the sellers stepped in right here. You can see it right there. These sellers stepped in right there. Bam, 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 taking us down. So we're able to move up, but we have sellers up here, and every time we get up here, they're hitting us down. Now, this is a small example of that, but I can imagine if we try to go through this level, we may get hit with them again. But if they walk away, this is where the breakout will occur, 37,967, pretty much on top of all this action over the past week or two, okay? If we can't get past that, and now this is kind of a third attempt, if you think about it, and it's a weaker attempt to rally up. If you notice my volume aggregation tool, I want to show you something. Let's take a look at this. Let's go full screen on this as much as we can here. And this is our recent price action. I want you to notice that. So first of all, let me explain this to you a little bit. The green is buying pressure, and this orange, because I don't like to put red on the chart, this orange is selling pressure. Okay, so this particular tool tracks buying and selling pressure separate from one another. It doesn't aggregate them together. And it does it for a reason, because I like to know when the sellers are stepping into the market. And you can see by this this is called a histogram, these vertical bars that look like volume bars. Okay, this is called the histogram. And this shows you the difference between the buyers and the sellers, okay? And it's based on a 21-day move. So every 21 days, that first candle drops off. And what you're going to notice here is that this buying pressure is subsiding a little bit. So we had this first pop up, and then we had another pop up, and now we've had this third pop up. And we're declining that buying pressure every single time that we go higher. It doesn't mean that the buying pressure will completely go away, but at the same time, what is met with is this selling pressure. So the buying pressure goes up. Here the selling goes with it. Here the selling actually comes in a little earlier than the buyers come in. That's a little bit unique. And then this time around is what we just looked at. This is where the sellers came in here as the buyers were still putting in work, but then the sellers came in and took them down. And so that's why we're unable to go up, is because the buying pressure is diminishing, but that selling pressure is fairly consistent. Okay, it's fairly consistent, and we only have so many times to go up. They can only take us down like this so many times before the buyers just give up, because trading is a confidence game. Even at this scale, even on this index chart, which takes the whole cryptocurrency market into account, it's built on confidence. If they're not confident it's going to rally, they're going to pull the plug on Operation Rally Bitcoin, okay? As we should as well. We don't want to be jumping in front of a freight train. If they're going to sell it at 38,000 and they don't want to get it through 38,000, we don't want to be involved either. All right. And so that's where we're at right now. We're basically waiting to see if we're going to break 38,000. If we can do it and our volume is sustainable, then I think we'll do okay. But at the same time, we're not backing down. So that's the case why we may not move forward. Here's the case where we may actually, this may be a good thing. We can start to do something else. So we popped up, we had this kind of rising channel right here. We should have rallied here. This is where we should have rallied. This is okay. This is even okay. This here, I'm not as happy about. I'm not as happy with the fact we came down a second time, but we should have gone. The fact that we didn't go means that maybe something else is afoot. Maybe we're going to form some other structure, over the next coming weeks and months. And this may be the possibility for our future right here, and why we're seeing so much chop in so many of the names that we have been looking at. So we've had a substantial rally, but we're failing to see follow through in the past 5, 6, 7 days. And that needs to change very quickly, or the momentum will just go. It's called momentum for a reason, okay? When you think about momentum, was it Newton's first law of motion? An object in motion tends to stay in motion. So they've stalled us out. And if we can't get bouncing again real quick, that confidence is going to go. And then we're going to be looking at bigger consolidations. So I don't have any altcoins for you today, ladies and gentlemen. I just wanted to talk to you about the situation that's happening in the market and the price action leading to what we've seen and what we're seeing right now, and how there's a good possibility that we could chop for a while. So one thing can change all that, and that's volume. If we get some big volume stepping into this market, and Solana starts popping again, and Chainlink starts popping again, and PancakeSwap starts popping again, then maybe we'll start to see the next leg of this rally. Until then, I'm Randy at Altcoin Buzz Trading. I'll see you next time. Bye.